a medicine. We have to take a medicine to heal us. We have diseases and we have pharmacopoeia of diseases comprising of thousands of names of diseases. Earlier we had only a few diseases, and now we have so many diseases, names of diseases. Where did all this come from? We didn't know about that. We were living all right. And then there were so many invasions, foreign invasions in India, and each of them brought their own culture and their own habits of eating, their own habits of living. And we adopted so many without our knowing that this is not good. India was leading country in the whole world, and we exported things. We were trading with the rest of the world, and this was a land of opportunity. India was a land of opportunity for people from other countries wanted to somehow reach India. The whole world was trying to come to India. Columbus tried, so many other people tried. India, India, India. And that India is now considered one of the third world. Why am I going away from the topic? I'm saying that all the secrets that's needed for maintaining our health is already there in our ancient scriptures. Our ancient scriptures called, there are so many scriptures, Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Niti Shastras, all that's combined together and it's termed as Vedanta. Vedanta has got the secret that if a shirt is torn, made of cotton, you don't bring a wooden limb and hammer it to repair it. You bring a needle and thread to stitch up and repair it. And in the same way, if there is a wooden chair whose limb is broken, you don't bring a needle and thread to repair it. You bring a wooden limb to hammer it and repair it. In the same way, our body is made up of 5 elements. They are the foods for us, and we are made up our body. When it goes bad, we have to use the same 5 elements to repair it. What are those elements? Ether, air, sunlight, water, and earth. It is in that order: ether, air, sunlight, water, and earth. Of course, don't look at this. It's on a reverse order. In the reverse order also, it's given in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 4. Bhumi rapo nalo vayu khammano buddhi revacha ahankaramiti yamme vinna prakriti atthada. Prakriti atthada, 8 energies of Krishna, he says, they are these. He is going in the reverse order, ascending order. We consider food as only those things which we eat and drink. But we did not know that there are subtler foods which have higher potency. Subtler the food, higher its potency. Among these 5 elements, we are going to discuss as to how we are going to use these 5 elements, not only to maintain our health, but also to repair no matter what problems have. I have the problem of appendix, severe pain. It's an emergency. We have to go to the hospital and we have to get it cut it out. Na rahegi baans, na bajegi bansuri. Whatever, if the cause of pain is the part of the body, cut that part and throw it and stitch it up, and now you are free. That's not science. Science is to see what caused the problem. Everywhere, any action cannot take place without a cause. The cause of the reaction and the reaction we have to see. If as long as the cause persists, the effect will also persist. Cause and effect. That's what science says. And the Purana says there are 2 effects. Oh my God. The Puranas our Vedanta has got all the scientific information that is needed in this world to do any activity. When the science says every action has has an equal and opposite reaction, but this Vedanta says every action has two reactions. One is an immediate reaction, another is called the ultimate reaction. Immediate reaction is called prayas. Ultimate reaction is called shreyas. We should not consider the immediate reaction for choosing any action. We have to choose the ultimate reaction. Go to the previous slide, please. Yeah, in this 5 elements we see in a natural scenery, people were living not in houses, they were living in caves, maybe outside in the open. When the weather was convenient, they could sleep in the open air, and that's how people used to live. And in the open air, when we live, we have the influence of all the 5 elements. It is ether. Ether is not a hydrocarbon. It is referred to the space. Space is just space. Where is that food? That's what we are going to learn in this course that we are going to start with. International Hindu University, IHU, has proposed to start this course from IMANAH. That course has got all the details of this course. We are just beginning the introductory course on the April 9th. And then in this course, we are going to teach you what is ether and how to use ether for our beneficial health. And the Vedanta says, Langhanam Paramaushadam. Paramaushadam means supreme medicine is fasting. Ether is used by fasting, air by pranayama or influencing air on our body, and air bath, like every part of the body should be influenced with the air. And then we have fire, means sunlight. Through sunlight we get the light of the sun, not the heat of the sun. Heat is also used, but mainly we take the use of sunlight. And then these 3 are called subtle elements. And then we have water and earth. From earth means from earth comes plants. From plants come food. From food comes beings. So we should use all these 5 elements in a manner that we maintain our health and we improve our health. Next slide. Now, to improve our health, we need exercise. By the sweat of thy brow thou shalt eat, says the Bible. And in Vedanta also, without exercise, we cannot eat food. We have to work hard and then only think about eating. We are not allowed to eat food without doing any hard physical work. And what does this physical work give you? These are all, why do I have to do exercise? I am all right, people think. Exercise is so useful. If you want your good life if you want to have a good life, you must have a good body, right? Your good body cannot come just by sitting down and in the computer and all 10 hours, 12 hours do that and then watch TVs and have ready-made food, order it from the hotels and other places who supply, and we don't do any work. Our life become a waste. With exercise, using all parts of the body, blood circulation gets improved. And then efficiency of each part of the body. Some people are not able to bend and stretch their hand. They are not able to bend their hand around. All these activities are important to make sure that all parts of the body are working in full efficiency all our life. All our life. It is understood that, when you are 50, a lady went to a doctor, she said, my right knee is hurting too much and I am not able to bend and stretch properly. How old are you? I am 55. Oh, yeah, it's usual. When you become 50, after 50, each of these parts will go bad, and that's common. He says, what do you mean common? My left leg is also 55 years old and nothing is happening there. Why are you saying all these things? So that's what it is. It is not necessary that our body will go bad as we age. It's not necessary. We take it for granted. Abhi to buddhe ho gaye, now you are old, it's okay. All these parts of the body will go bad. No, it's not necessary. And the body can be efficient until the last day. There are so many living beings who are keeping their health very well without any problem. When we do exercise, the operation of all the body will be maintained. Don't do one kind of exercise, do different kinds of exercises. We'll talk about different kinds of exercise at a later stage, but the flexibility of the body has to be kept, and we have to keep our posture. When we sit like that, then our posture goes bad, and it's permanently, some people have got that bent back. You don't have to have it. Even those people whose back has been bent for a long time, they can change. And there are so many people who had such a severe problem, and they became all right by doing exercise little by little. And the exercise is not the only thing. Next slide, please. Open fresh air. When we talk about space, we said the space is necessary in the body. How open air, when you look at the open air, if you see a wide expanse of land in front of you with trees and hills and other things, your mind becomes happy and so peaceful. Mind is an element which also helps in improvement of health. And fresh air, when it touches your body becomes accelerated. All kind of feelings, comfortable feeling comes there. And then you see all the animals in the open air wandering around. Fresh open air is very, very important. At least for some time in a day, go to a park, go to some place, walk and do running, all kinds of things. Exercise combined with the influence of fresh air is very good for us. Next slide, please. And when you talk about exercise, and when we talk about air, we have a combined exercise called pranayama. Pranayama is process of regulating our breath. Regulating our breath, why is it necessary? We are all shallow breathers. We are all shallow breathers. If we have the capacity to expand our lungs fully, we should practice it at least sometimes in a day and make sure that our lungs efficiency is kept up. Most of us don't breathe fully well and hold the breath. That's so we are shallow breathers, and this, when we try to expand it fully, it doesn't expand fully. We have to practice pranayama regularly every day to ensure that the lungs is open fully. Pranayama has got details. If you join this course, introductory course in natural health science with the IHU, you will learn all the details of pranayama, how to do the pranayama. Breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold, and how long do we hold? Do we count? How do we manage all this? Every detail is important because you are breathing, you are living. As long as you are breathing, you are living. As long as you are living, you are breathing. That breathing is an important activity of life. And one set of pranayama, one session of pranayama will purify 3 liters of blood. Can you believe that? Toxic matter in our body, air packets in different places, not used at all in the brain, in the neck, in the back. Pain, all this pain because of gas packets there. When you do pranayama, when you breathe out and hold the breath, all these air packets are released and the pain goes away. Amazing things happen. So there are people who have got asthma, who had difficulty in breathing. They were using some inhalers, all kinds of medicine, and opening up their air channels. Those people, by giving up all these medicines, by starting to do pranayama, They were able to breathe better and their full lung capacity came back. It can come to anybody. Don't wait until it's lost. Keep it up right now and make sure that you are doing pranayama every day. Learn pranayama. This introductory course will give you all that. Then there is a higher value. Higher value is what? Samadhi. Samadhi is not only after you die you are put on samadhi, not that samadhi. Samadhi state is a state of breathlessness and thoughtlessness. Why should we need it? Because our mind is active all the time. We don't give rest to the mind. If you give rest to the mind, which is being active all the time, good thoughts, bad thoughts, all kinds of thoughts, we keep on coming in our mind. And when we try to do meditation, even more thoughts are coming. And we are so strained with the flow of thoughts. And if you allow the thoughts to get out, each files that has been kept in the brain will get released. And until the next file comes up, there is no thought. There is a stage of thoughtlessness and breathlessness. Oh, breathlessness, or do we die? No, no, no. You will feel comfortable and you will have no breath and you will have no thoughts. Rest gives recuperation. Your recuperated mind will work much better than when conglomerated brain. When if too many thoughts are coming in and bothering you, you will not be able to make good decisions about your life. And this good decision is very important to make sure that you are safe in life. The samadhi state comes for a few seconds in the beginning stage of practice. And if we keep practicing for many years, you will come to a state of being able to do samadhi for a long time. For a few minutes you can do it. Such things are very, very valuable. Next slide, please. And then the sunlight. That is food. It's not just for the light and heat. It is food for us. We did not know that space is food, air is food, and sunlight is food. These are subtle energies. There was a person, Jacob Verghese, I think, he was 75 years old, and I was having a natural health center in Chennai, outskirts of Chennai, and I had gone for morning running, and when I came back in the reception office, front office, there was an elderly person sitting there with a cloth covered on his face and sitting like that. And when I came there, he said he wants to get admitted, get cured. But when he opened his face, I saw, oh my God, from head to foot, it was a thick patch of skin with cuts in so many places and fluids shining out to ooze out from that place. He says, I want to get admitted. Before I spoke to him, my wife kept calling from inside. We were living, our quarters were down and the clinic was in the upstairs. And she called me, she said, don't take this patient. His scales are falling down, and if it comes down and falls in our food, we cannot live at all like that. Don't take such patients. So when I went and talked to him, see, I don't have facility to take you. He said, he started crying like a baby. And he said, if you don't admit me, just kill me, give me a poison. I have been living like this for 16 years in a dark room. He would never come out in the open. When sunlight touches him, he says his fluid oozes and it burns the skin. I cannot live like this forever. Why don't God give me death? God doesn't give me death and I am suffering. Please help me. So I just looked at my wife. She said, okay, make sure that he is kept without shedding all these things coming down. Okay, I admitted him. In 29 days, all his 16 years of problem has gone and he got new skin. I'm not lying. It is my own life experience, treating him personally. No attendant was ready to touch him. He says, no, I won't touch you. Fire me, I don't care. I don't want to come near him. It looks so bad. Such a person used to live in a dark room all day, and after midnight when he came out, everybody, whoever sees him, oh, they will see, will do like that, and he will rush back to his house and keep crying and crying and crying. That person, with the help of sunlight, he got cured. But he said, I cannot expose to sunlight. I don't want sunbath. I said, we will take care of it. I made him lie down in a tub of water, full of water. Under the water, his body was there. His head was in the shade with a towel on the head. And sunlight was touching him through the water, and he did not have any burning sensation. Look at that. Give us a clap. So that kind of a treatment is wonderful, which no medicine could treat. That sunlight has got such a power. And all the scales every day, so much scales used to fall, and we used to put them in one envelope and then that in another envelope, and then we wrap it up and burn it and then bury it. So much scales from the skin used to fall every day. And I'm just giving you the example to show you the power of sunlight. Did you know that your eyesight, no matter how bad it is, can come back to normal? And it can come back to normal with sunlight. Looking at sunlight, Surya Darshan. Suryascha mamanyuscha manyupatayascha manyukritebhya papebhyo rakshantam. All those mantras of Yajurveda, it's wonderful. It shows us the values of sun. Asatyena rajasa vartamano niveshayan amritam martyancha hiranyayena savitaratena adevo yati bhuvana vipashyan. Look at the passion. Look at the sunlight. When you look at the sunlight, morning sunlight, rising sunlight, it's comfortable to look. It'll be red in color, but if you keep on looking into the sunlight, into the sun, it'll become orange and then yellow and then green and then blue. Like that, it'll gradually change the colors. And when it becomes blue, and looking at it for some time, and then close your eyes and cross your palms and cover your eyes for some time until the bright spot of sunlight is still visible within the closed eyes. And when that disappears, then you can open your eyes and do your daily activity. Do eye exercises, and then eat carrots and things like that. Combination of treatments will bring back your eyesight. It's very, very important that we go and teach children in school to maintain their eyesight. Good old days, there were 1 or 2 persons in a class who were wearing glasses. Nowadays, there are 1 or 2 persons who are not wearing glasses. Everybody is wearing glasses. Immediately when you go for a periodic checkup, eye checkup, teeth checkup for this and that, don't check your body, we say. Don't check your body, check your habits. When you check your habits, you will not need to check your body. Body is telling you what? The result of your life activities. If your habits are bad, body is going to be bad. What good is it to find out what is wrong in your body? It is good to find out what's wrong in your daily habits. If you change your habits, you will not have to do anything else. Cause of every problem has got to be removed. When you try to cure a disease, all attempts to cure a disease without simultaneously removing the cause of the problem, it will be ever there, the problem will be there. Look at the morning sunlight, or even if it is too late, keep blinking your eyes for some time, and then it will get adjusted and you can do sun gazing. And next slide, please. Solar therapy is done by exposing the body to sunlight. Like I was saying, that elderly man who had psoriasis. Psoriasis was an elder brother to eczema. Even that got cured. So many people are suffering from skin problems. Use the sunlight, it's free and available in plenty in so many areas, of course. where different parts of the world has very less sunlight. Even for those people who have less sunlight or cloudy sky most of the time, it is okay to expose your body to diffuse the sunlight also, because the trees are growing. Trees cannot grow without sunlight. Even with the clouds, the sunlight does come through, and the trees can grow. If the trees can grow, your new cells can grow with more energy, more strength, more better quality of cells will be generated. The sunlight purifies blood. Air purifies the blood. Fasting ethers purifies the blood. The entire process of healing is about purifying our body, making it cleaner. Pranasya nirmale dehe cheshtitam swasthya namakam. Pranasya samale dehe cheshtitam roga namakam. Life's activity in a clean body is called health. Life's activity in an unclean body is called disease. That's all there is to it. Next slide, please. We have so many agents using. We use sunlight. There are different solar therapies which we are going to explain in the introductory courses. Of course, detailed information will be needed for you to master this activity only when you join the further courses. We are heading towards a doctoral training for 6 years training course. Then you can be out in the open helping so many people with different problems. We are here to tell you the use of water. Water is so friendly for us. Apsume somo abravit antar vishwani bheshajam. When water is universal, Vishwani Bheshajam means universal medicine. How can water be medicine? Because when your hand aches, when any part of the body aches, put some cold water in that place, cool that place with water, and the pain goes away. How does the pain go away? It's a lack of circulation. When you cool a place, the blood cells which get cooled, they travel to another place, and then other cells will come to that place to get cooled. And this body's life's important responsibility is to have equal distribution of heat all over the body. One of the best signs of health. When you see the popular signs of health, standards of health, they say how much should be your blood pulse, how many counts it should be, how much should be your blood pressure, how much should be your urine, what do you call creatinine in the urine, or blood sugar. All kinds of standards have been given to us. Ask one question: how did you arrive at this standard? Take the blood pressure of 1,000 people, add it up and divide by 1,000, you get an average. But my question is, the average person in this world today is not well. They're not having perfect health. Most of them are taking medicines or doing something or the other. In a gathering of 100 people, when I asked, how many of you are not taking any medicine? Only 2 or 3 people raised their hand. Most of them are taking some kind of medicine all the time. Water is a medicine. We use water in different ways to cool the body in different spots of the body and improve blood circulation. And that's how we re-establish health. There are so many practices that we can learn. Every day we are taking a shower, but if you are sick, if you have bad circulation, then we can use the spinal bath, the hip bath, the hot immersion bath on different occasions, then cold immersion bath, and then toner, and so many other. Hydrotherapy application is more than 85 different kinds of applications are there. And we are in the introductory courses, we are going to tell you about few applications that we have already done and practiced, simpler ones. And there will be a different separate course for hydrotherapy alone, where we can use water for in different ways to help people suffering with so many problems. Amazing problems. a person who was not able to breathe at all, and he was put in a hot immersion bath, and his lungs opened up, and he was able to breathe better. But every hot application should be followed by cold application. Quick cold shower and wipe up his body, and it was done. In England, Indians come to work with 5-6 layers of clothing, and underwear, banyan, and then over the undergarments, full sleeves, a full pant undergarment, and then over that a pant, over a shirt, and over a shirt a sweater. Over the sweater is a half coat, and then over the half coat is a full coat, overcoat, all kinds of things. But the Britishers, they were coming just with a banyan shirt and a coat. That's all. Why is it that they are able to wear such few less clothing and being comfortable? And why are you wearing so many clothes? Oh, they are Britishers. They are used to, they are comfortable. They are brought up like that. No, that's not it. What they do is they take a hot shower and end it with a quick cold shower, and then wipe their body and wear clothes. Then what happens that time? Our outer skin is shrunk, and the heat inside is maintained, and you are able to face the cold climate also. So there are so many such small tricks. In hydrotherapy, we have so many such ideas which can be adopted in daily life. This is not a system of curing diseases. This is a system of maintaining health and maintaining high level health. And when we maintain high level health, we don't get sick at all. And when we do, next slide, please. We can use water and do exercise also. Combine water and exercise. There is so much value. When you keep on doing exercise, your body gets hot and it gets tired and it gets painful. But when you do swimming, your body doesn't get so hot. You get to do exercise for a longer duration. There is so much advantage in practicing swimming. The permeability of water, that's influencing its temperature in the body, helps us to maintain good circulation, and then influences the temperature of the body the way we want. And it's also very, when you look at expanse of water, a stream or a waterfall or an ocean, when it's so pleasing to the eyes, and it will also be pleasing to the mind. So that's what we do. And next slide, yeah. When we drink water, on the right side, that's how most of us drink water, gulping waters fast. That's not right way. The right way is to sip water slowly. Take one sip and hold it in the mouth and then swallow. When my grandfather had a serious illness at one time, he was living an affluent life of like others, and he got into a serious problem. And he tried medicine for a year and a half, and he was not getting cured. And the doctor said, "You have to take the medicine for the rest of your life." He was so upset. And at that time, his relative gave him a book called New Science of Healing by Louis Kuhne. Louis Kuhne's book guided him to take water in sips, to take sunbath, all kinds of guidelines. From that, he followed nature cure, and he found he got cured. And one thing was strange, that all the instructions given in that book was in fact ancient Indian cultural practices. Sipping water is like Achamana we take. Achyutaya Namaha, Anantaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha. And in Phalashruti of Vishnu Sahasranam, it says, Achyuta Ananta Govinda Namocharanam Eshajat Nashyantu Sakala Rogan Satyam Satyam Vadamyaham. Krishna says, I promise you to take away all diseases if you take my three names, Achyutaya Namaha, Anantaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, and take sips of water. Achamana. I will take care of all the curing of all diseases. So these are not just sayings. These are good. When you take shower, okay, next slide. when we take shower, it's not only to clean the body, but to influence coldness or heat, whatever we need to the body with the help of water. We have to keep our body clean outside also. Please do not apply lotions and powders and all kinds of makeup material and cover the pores of the skin. That's very, very bad. Do not wear anything other than cotton close to the skin. These are all so many instructions are there to healthy living. So all such information will not be available in this lecture. I can only give you pointers. And did you know that all our diseases, skin health problem are beginning because of our covering the pores of the skin? We are not allowing it to breathe. We are thinking that we are breathing only through the nose. No, we are breathing through the skin. And it's the 10% of skin breathing and 90% of the nose breathing. When you compare, the 10% of the skin breathing is more important than the 90% of nasal breathing. There was a series called James Bond, in which there is a story called Goldfinger, in which the person paints his victims with gold color on the body, sprays color, and the person dies. Nobody knows how he died. He was not stabbed, he was not shot, but just covering the skin of the body, person dies. So it's very, very important to make sure that we do not apply such artificial things on our skin. Keep your body clean inside and out. And hydrotherapy can help you in so many such ways. Water has got the qualities and of being communicating with the water inside the body. Now, what are we doing here? Looking at coconut water. Was there a picture of coconut tree? Okay, yeah, that's nutritive values of coconut water. Among all the foods that we take, coconut water is about the best. Why is it best? But it's not growing in all places. At one time in Delhi, it was not coming, and now it's transported all over the world. Values of nutritive values are as it is dialyzable. What is dialyzable? When they inject, when you're in the hospital, you see intravenous, they give you glucose and saline water and all that. That is dialyzable. The body can accept it without the process of digestion. After digestion, you have to change it into 3 stages of digestion. All that is not required for coconut water. Coconut water can be given directly and through the veins. Don't do it, start doing that, but all that I'm saying it, even when you drink coconut water, it doesn't need time to get digested. It gets absorbed in the bloodstream very quickly. If a person is very sick and is not able to fast, he can start with coconut water. Coconut water, if you drink only coconut water about 3 days, you are very sick. After 3 days, you say, where did the sickness go? Oh, I didn't know where it went away on its own. It has got vitamins, it has got minerals, all kinds of minerals that our body needs. And it has got protein, it has got fats, it has got carbohydrate, everything. It's a complete food. And there are so many vitamins which are not directly available to us. Insulin is not directly available in the food. What you call thyroxine, that's what needed for thyroid. It's not directly available from food. The body has to make it available and manufactures it inside the body. And then such a process can be done easily only with the combination of coconut water and sunlight. And vegetables and sunlight, fruits and sunlight. Sunlight forms the important agent which will convert and manufacture the needed enzymes. Insulin for the pancreas, it cannot see any food that's not available. There was a lady who was pregnant, and she went for a periodic checkup, and the doctor said, no, you are a Hare Krishna devotee, you are following vegetarianism, it will not work. You will have to take non-vegetarian food in order to get vitamin B12. B12 is not available in any vegetarian food, the doctor said. And she asked me, is it true? I said, it is true. So do I have to take non-vegetarian food? I said, no, absolutely not. Ask the doctor, where does all the, what do you call, herbivorous animal get their B12 from? They don't eat meat. And you're saying you must eat meat to get B12? The doctor says, am I the doctor or you doctor? You're keeping on questioning me. I'm telling you, you're B12 deficient and you have to take meat in order to get it back. When she asked me, what can I do? I told her, take coconut water for 1 whole week. It has got fat, carbohydrate, protein, everything that your body needs, and you will not starve. And don't worry about your pregnancy, you will be all right. After 1 week, she went for a checkup again, and the doctor checked up. He said, oh, you got the B12. Did you start taking meat then? He says, no. How did you get it? I won't tell you. You are the doctor. Am I the doctor or you're the doctor? She laughed and she came out. See, wonderful things can happen. In the order of creation, when from the earth, from space came air, from air came sunlight, from the sunlight came water, from water came the earth and so many other planets. And from the earth, we have seen plants coming up, from plants, food for different species of animals. And the foods, the animals which live on the leaves and vegetables and fruits, they are all herbivorous animals. From their flesh only, the carnivorous animals can come. Whatever came earlier is supposed to be elders and of higher value. So the herbivorous animals eat the plants and they expose their body to sunlight. Sunlight is the one which helps in converting their food into different enzymes and vitamins. Vitamin B12. Vitamin D, science tells us that vitamin D comes from sunlight. It doesn't come from sunlight. Sunlight influences the fluid next to below the skin called ergosterol is converted into vitamin D with the influence of sunlight. That's what they have known. But our Veda says we get everything. All the vitamins, enzymes are made from the food that we eat with the combination of sunlight. Like vitamin D is coming from sunlight. It's not, how do you use it? The phosphorus from your food and the sulfur from the food and oxygen from your food, all that is combined with the sunlight to make calcium phosphate, which will be helpful to the making strong bones. In the same way, what is the value of plant food? Even higher value. When you look at the basket of fruits, basket of vegetables with different colors, sakala padarat hai jagmahi karamheen nar pavat nahi, says Tulsidas Ramayana. In which says, I have given you everything in plenty, so many varieties. Varieties, we need varieties. Oh, we can't eat the same food every day. So we need variety. Okay, you have varieties. And varieties for every living being. The cow doesn't eat all the leaves that a goat eats. Deer doesn't eat all the leaves that the cows eat. And like that, each animal knows their own selection of food by instinct. We human beings have been influenced with so many artificial food that we have lost the instinct of selecting which is our good food. But still, even today, we can select our food by tasting a little bit. And we know if it is enjoyable, then we can take it. When we suggest taking raw vegetable salad, people say, oh, how can I take raw vegetable salad? I have to put lemon and I have to put salt, I have to put pepper, then I can perhaps manage, but that also I can't eat much. Along with food, they eat a little bit onion and tomatoes, that's all. In our daily life, how much of raw vegetables do we consume? How much of vegetables do we consume? If you put about 100 or 200 grams of vegetables in a pot, that is shared by 6 people in the family, how much do you get? The whole days of consumption of vegetable is very less in this modern society. We have to improve that. Unless we improve all those things, we'll get sick. When the body's deficiency are not met, we'll get sick. And when we get sick, all the diseases are cured by medicine. When we get sick, we get scared, severe stomach pain, headache, stomachache, backache, coughing, diarrhea, vomiting, all kinds of problems. When we get sick, high fever, all these things are scared. Oh, he has got 102, 103, 102. Oh, look, he has to rush to the hospital. In our own colony where we used to live in Pudukkottai, my cousin and I used to go for Dashera in different houses. They give different kinds of prasadam. I could not eat as much. I was only chewing a little bit. And he was consuming a lot of that with greed. And in the night, he got severe stomach pain. My father treated him with tonas and he became all right in few minutes and he slept comfortably. In the morning, he didn't even know that he was sick in the night. Whereas in the neighborhood, in another boy, he got so high fever and they rushed him to hospital and they immediately treated him with medicines and he became slightly better. He didn't come to school for a whole week. But my cousin and I, we went to school the next morning. It's not only easy and simple, it is quick, very fast. All these ailments like all the acute crisis, fever, high fever, stomach pain, headache, all these fevers, they are called acute diseases. In the acute form, all these diseases come and they scare the hell out of people. When it comes like that, they immediately rush to take medicine. Constantly, every time they get sick, they get to resort to the medicine. Taking medicines number of times for a number of years makes you qualified to get to chronic diseases. Asthma, diabetes, arthritis, name it, there is so many, plenty of diseases. And then in that disease, you continue taking medicines and you behave as if you don't have sickness and you go to parties, you drink, you smoke, you do all the things. Oh, look at this, I'm living all right. You're taking for everything, you're getting sick. I don't get sick, I'm taking medicine. Such people can live happily for some time, and then a stage comes, debilitating diseases come. Very serious destructive diseases come. And that number is also increasing nowadays. When you go to that stage, then tubes run all over the body. From here, tube running through the nose, through the throat, through all kinds of body. And monitors kept computer. You see that in that picture, several computers are kept monitoring each tube's result from different parts of the body. Oh, this is happening like this. This is happening. One tube shows how heartbeat is going on. Another tube shows how your lungs are working. All kinds of examination. Where do you get to? For this they give that medicine. For that they give another medicine. It's so complicated. Only a very highly qualified doctor can do that. But in nature cure, all those things, debilitating problems, are solved with simple guidelines. One is reverse the chronic into debilitating diseases to normal health through natural healthy lifestyle. What are the guidelines for natural healthy lifestyles? Ample exercise, adequate rest, positive food, positive thoughts. Combine your passion and skill in an occupation to help others. These are 5 guidelines, wonderful guidelines, simple, sure, but strong, time tested. Each one needs explanation. And that will come in the introductory course that we are going to start. It is very, very important course that all of us should learn. We should all register for this course and join and make the rest of our life a heaven. This world is a heaven. Zamiyastu, Zamiyastu, Zamiyastu. This natural course, health science courses will have so many features. The introductory course will enable you to become independent in matters of health, free from drugs, doctors, and diseases. And you will be able to handle all your problems immediately. Whenever there is a small problem and if you deal with it immediately through natural means, you will not get to chronic diseases. So there will be, if you go through that course, then you will be qualified to do the next course, that is on hydrotherapy, and then the next course on the different courses of food and how to prepare your food. That's very, very important. We want tasty food. Okay, we can give you a tasty raw vegetable salad without salt, without lime, without any artificial dressing, but very, very tasty. Taste is important. We must first get to the habit of waiting till we are hungry. When we are truly hungry, even subtle foods, foods which are not tasting very highly with condiments and spices, even that tastes very good. So I have given you some outline, and now the floor is open to you to ask questions.
Sharmaji, let me just insert a couple of things in here. So this is Shipali from IHU. These are the 3 courses that we would be offering. Whether we offer 3 first or 2 first will depend on the audience. The first course, the introductory course, starts on April 9th. And we're discounting it significantly to attract you, because this is a part of our seva, the passion that Arun Sharma ji has just exhibited to us, and the passion we have at IHU to make sure our Sanatan Dharma is really available to everybody at an affordable price. So it's $99 or 5,000 rupees in India. If you go to the next slide, please. You can, if you wish, please take a scan this QR code. That'll take you to our website. In our website, you can go to the admissions tab, academics tab, and you'll get all the details in there. If you have any questions at all, please contact us at ihuusa.org. You can contact us at nhscoursehelp@gmail.com. If you can take a picture of this page while the question and answers are going on, then you can have that in your reference and you would be able to contact us. The course will be done in 15 weeks. So there'll be a lecture every Saturday. Most likely it's going to be 11 or 11:15 our time in US, and about 8:30, 8:45 in India. And then we will have a 1-hour tutorial every Wednesday, and that will be done in small groups. So we will learn the content on the lecture, and then we will practice and clarify and change our habits using the tutorial. So the idea here is not only to give theoretical knowledge, but really pass on a practical way to change your habits to make a healthy life. So this is not about, so quoting again Arun Sharma ji, we need to not check our body, but check our habits. And that's what the purpose of this course is. Thank you for the opportunity to be there. IHU greatly, greatly appreciates Dr. Sharma and all of you for joining today. Our time is up, but Dr. Sharma will be with us. If anybody wants to drop off, just take a picture, stay in touch with us. And if you have questions, Dr. Sharma will continue to answer those for us. Thank you.
Yes, so I have one question.
Yes.
So, Sharma, you mentioned sun. When you are looking at the sun, or we exposing the body to the sun,
Yeah.
it is important not to heat the body. What is the reason? You're saying just take the light and not the heat?
As long as it is enjoyable. As long as it is enjoyable, the body is an indicator to tell us when to stop. And when we don't listen to the body and we scorch our body with sunlight, and then elimination through wrong spots come in. That's why they say, oh, too much sunlight, don't take sunbath, you'll get cancer, that skin cancer. Some people have that shown it. Americans want to tan their skin. So that some of them white skin people, they take sunbath for so long so that their skin become dark, but they end up with so many black spots in their body, and the doctor says you have got skin cancer. So we don't want to do anything extreme. Adyate aticha bhutani tasmad annam tatichyate. Food, any kind of food also, if you take within limits, then it is food to nourish you. And if you take it over the quantity, it becomes poison.
Sharmaji, there's a question from Ramaji regarding eye treatment with sun. Is there a
Yes.
treatment for glaucoma? So it's a great question. Can you please mute and then... I'm going to mute Abhikaji. Okay. So the question is an eye treatment with sun. Is there a treatment for glaucoma with sun therapy?
Yeah, there is. Glaucoma can be treated through sun therapy. So sun gazing is not the only part. It's a total package of diet, exercise, solar therapy, hydrotherapy, everything comes together. And pranayama, meditation, everything is together. Why should that be necessary for glaucoma? Why should that be necessary for this problem or that problem? People will ask. But everything contributes to better health. That's what our aim is. We don't try to focus on treating just the eye. Independent parts of the body don't act independently without the cooperation of the rest of the body. And not only the rest of the body, our physical, mental, and spiritual health is one. We don't know the details, but you will know it when you attend the course. Then you will know why. How does mind help in curing the glaucoma? How does our spiritual health help in treating this part or that part of the body? Body is not operating independently of its mind. That's what I would like to say. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? If not, it's about 11:10. We're going to close. We'll take one last question. And if not, we will close with a prayer from Sharmaji.
Yeah, I just want to mention.
Neelamaji, please ask your question. And then there's one other question. Sorry, we'll take two questions.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you very much, sir. It was amazing webinar. Talking about the breathing of skin, you mentioned the skin has to breathe than just our nostrils. My skin has become so dry and also it doesn't even sweat. I do exercise, I do all the 5 elements. There is no sweating and I feel there is no breathing happening. How can we help that?
You feel that there is no breathing happening and you cannot live without the skin breathing. Simultaneously, skin does breathing. The becoming dry skin, that has got different reasons. That because you are not consuming raw vegetables. If you consume raw vegetables without spices, without anything, that gives material for the liver to prepare good quality of bile. And that bile will be able to digest your fats better and distribute it to the skin. Skin will not be dry.
Okay, sir.
There are so many habits that can be introduced, like the raw vegetable salad. Every day, one meal has got to be raw vegetable salad, without salt, without pepper.
Hari Om, Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Ji, kya haal hai? Captain Mahajan here. I just want to give one bit more information about registration application to these courses. There is only one-time application fee for all the courses that you will take with IHU, and that is $20 for US residents and or even non-Indian residents, let's put it that way, and 750 rupees. There's no separate button for that. When you pay the fees, you just pay 750 rupees if you're a resident of India and $20 if you're a non-resident. And this is for the lifetime fees. You don't have to pay for every single course. Just wanted to clarify that point.
Thank you. Karthikeyanji, do you want to ask a question or should I ask for you? And Deepika ji, you're next after that.
Good evening, Sharma ji. Thank you a lot. And I was practicing nature cure for 2 years. And suddenly something happened and my husband is under dialysis now. So is there any possibility of improving his health? Even if we are not reversing dialysis, at least improving his health with the NC practices?
Even before dialysis, if you had come to us, we could have helped you. But even after dialysis, there is a scope, plenty of scope to come back to normal health. There are people who have tried it and they become successful.
That's
and
wonderful.
all that we have to say is the performance of kidneys depend upon so many habits of ours. When we cook our food with salt, then it retains extra water. Then kidneys are overloaded. And
Yeah,
if we, when we cook food and salt at the end, it becomes better. And the same thing, don't gulp too much water, sip water little by little, then you will not require more water. We feel thirsty in the throat, not in the belly. So there are so many such tips that can be given and the health can be re-established. We are not curing any diseases. We are not treating kidneys. We are not treating any part of the body. We are not a medical system. We are a health science group. We are teaching people healthy ways of living. And just by improving your health, diseases vanish. Just like a dark room can become bright when you bring light. When you bring in health, diseases vanish. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharma ji. I did attend myself and my husband, and he was doing well with BP and diabetic for 15 years, and he wasn't taking medicine for 2 years. And with COVID and he went, and he went for treatment to the hospital, and his kidneys are completely shut down. I mean, stage 5 renal disease. That's what they said. So, but I have to thank you so much. But we did see paradise for 2 years throughout my 30 years of married life. 2 years with the NC practice was a paradise. So I just still having a hope. I just attending this. I'm too emotional and I know how to thank you. Thank you, Ji. And thank you everyone whoever is listening. I want to share the pain what I'm going through, and also there's so much of hope. All of you should join in this.
Thank you, Nilima ji. That was a beautiful tribute. Beautiful tribute. Thank you. Deepika ji, you may be the last question for today.
Yeah, Hari Om, I have a question. I've had cataract surgery in both eyes, but the night vision is not good and the doctors say I've maxed out, So if somebody like me who's had the lens changed in both eyes, can the vision still improve?
All that I could say is I'm not doctor, I'm not God. We have to try. I believe that there are 3 requisites for anybody to follow natural health style. One is Vishwasa Shastra Siddhante, Bharanyasa Paratmani, Bhairahityamitetat, Trayam Manasa Bheshajam. The treatment begins from the mind, that you have to believe in the principles described in the Vedanta, and you have to believe, complete trust have in God, and have no fear. These 3 requisites are there, and then I am not God. I can only try to help you. But all these people who have tried, they have found success. So there has not been any case where I could say it's failed. Because we don't try to cure a disease. We improved health and we try to help in person to improve health, and their problems vanished. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Sharma ji, a final prayer from you. And thank you from the bottom of our hearts for the very insightful session that you gave us.
Yeah, Shefali, I just want to say to all participants, if you have any further question, any other information you need, please write to contact@ihuusa.org. and we will be able to tackle all of them.
Very good. We will answer all the questions in time.
We're going to conclude this session with a prayer from you, Sharmaji. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Together let us learn the truth of life. Together let us progress. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, on behalf of IHU. Thank you so much on behalf of IMANAH. Thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to having you at the introductory course. Please spread the word to your friends and family and look forward to really helping everybody with their health. Thank you. Do you have the recorded version that can be posted in YouTube? Yes, I will be posting it in YouTube and also be sending it to the 21 people who are here. And okay. Some people are, if they send me their emails, I'll keep this open. Send me your emails if you want to see the recording, and I will send you the recording later on today. Thank you. Thank you so much, all. Thank you. Namaskaram.
So much. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you. Ati sundar session tha.